Cheating husbands have been the center of some of the most dramatic and unforgettable movies ever made. I've watched a lot of them, and these 10 really stood out to me. Each one tells a different story about betrayal, lies, revenge, and emotional chaos. In my opinion, these films hit harder because they're raw, real, and sometimes a little too relatable. So here are my personal picks for the top 10 movies about unfaithful husbands. And trust me, they're packed with tension, drama, and moments you won't forget. 10. The Affair TV series. Okay, I had to include this show because it goes way deeper than any single movie. I love how The Affair dives into the emotional and psychological damage cheating causes. Dominic West plays a husband whose affair changes everything, and not just for him. What makes this show amazing is the shifting perspective. You see how memory, guilt, and denial twist every truth. In my opinion, it's one of the most layered stories ever told about unfaithfulness. Every episode adds a new layer, a new lie, a new pain. The characters feel real, flawed, and haunting. If you want to feel infidelity, not just watch it, this series is a must. 9. Eye for an Eye. This movie is intense, and not in the way you'd expect. I love how it turns from tragedy to revenge with total emotional weight. The husband in this story betrays his family not just by cheating, but by not protecting them. Sally Field's performance is heartbreaking and fierce. In my opinion, this movie shows how betrayal can come in the form of weakness. It's heavy, but powerful. The story builds real rage in the viewer, and that's on purpose. You want justice, and you feel the pain of watching someone you love fall short. Sometimes, betrayal isn't what someone does, it's what they don't do. 8. The Good Girl. This one feels real in a sad, heavy way. I love seeing Jennifer Aniston step out of her usual rom-com vibe and do something raw. Her character is stuck in a dull marriage with a husband who doesn't see her anymore. He may not be physically cheating, but emotionally, he's gone. In my opinion, it captures the kind of loneliness that leads people to mess up. It's not about bad people. It's about broken people. The cheating in this story feels more like a symptom than the root issue. You don't condone it, but you understand it. It's slow and subtle, but powerful. This one doesn't scream, it whispers, and that's what makes it hit. 7. Sleeping with the Enemy. This is more of a thriller, but the husband's betrayal runs way deeper than just cheating. I love how Julia Roberts plays a woman trying to escape a nightmare. Her husband isn't just unfaithful, he's abusive and controlling. In my opinion, this film shows how betrayal comes in different forms. It's scary, suspenseful, and weirdly empowering. Watching her regain her freedom feels so satisfying. The cheating aspect just adds another layer of betrayal to an already toxic relationship. It's not flashy, it's intense and grounded. I always find myself rooting for her escape. This isn't just about infidelity, it's about survival. 6. Closer. This movie cuts deep. I think Closer is one of the most emotionally brutal films about love, lies, and betrayal. Jude Law's character is the kind of guy who can't stop hurting people, even the ones he loves. The writing is raw, honest, and totally unfiltered. I love how the movie doesn't let anyone off the hook. Everyone cheats, everyone lies, and everyone gets hurt. In my opinion, it shows how cheating isn't always about sex. Sometimes it's about power and ego. The performances are stunning, especially from Natalie Portman and Clive Owen. This one leaves you feeling exposed. It's not about who cheats, it's about why they do it. 5. A Simple Favor. This one is more of a stylish mystery, but cheating plays a sneaky, important role. I love how the story unravels in layers, and you're constantly second-guessing every character. Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick are both fantastic in very different ways. The husband in the story is full of secrets, and that's what keeps the story moving. In my opinion, it's one of those movies where no one is truly innocent. The fashion, the music, the tension, all of it makes it addictive. It's dramatic, messy, and surprisingly funny at times. The cheating isn't the only twist, but it's one of the biggest triggers. You'll keep watching just to figure out who's lying the most. This movie is like a cocktail, sweet, sharp, and with a dangerous kick. 4. Little Children. This one is slower, but way deeper than your average affair drama. I love how it captures the emotional boredom and desperation in suburban life. Patrick Wilson's character isn't evil, he's just lost, and that makes it more realistic. Kate Winslet is amazing in this, showing all the layers of someone craving connection. In my opinion, it's one of the most honest portrayals of why people cheat. It's not about lust, it's about feeling invisible. The movie is quiet, but every glance and moment feels loaded. It's uncomfortable in the best way. You'll feel guilty watching it, but that's kind of the point. This is for people who want their drama with a side of brutal truth. 3. Fatal Attraction. This is a classic for a reason. The tension in this movie is unreal. I think Fatal Attraction was one of the first to really show how cheating can spiral into full-blown chaos. Michael Douglas plays a husband who makes one mistake, and Glenn Close becomes unforgettable. I love how it slowly shifts from sexy to terrifying. The build-up is masterful, and when it gets dark, it really gets dark. In my opinion, this movie invented the don't mess around thriller. It's not just about the affair, it's about consequences chasing you down. The bunny scene alone is legendary. You feel every ounce of stress the characters go through. If this movie doesn't make you scared of cheating, nothing will. 2. The Other Woman. This one is just pure fun and revenge energy. I love how it takes the typical cheating husband story and turns it into a team-up of powerful, pissed-off women. Cameron Diaz, Leslie Mann, and Kate Upton are a total vibe together. The husband is charming and fake, the perfect example of a serial cheater. In my opinion, this movie is more satisfying than serious, and I'm totally okay with that. The comedy is smart, the pacing is fast, and the payoff is so worth it. I laughed, I cringed, and I rooted for every prank. It's light, but it still touches on how betrayal affects trust and identity. The friendship that forms is the real highlight. Sometimes, the best way to deal with a cheater is to ruin his life together. 1. Unfaithful. I think Unfaithful is the ultimate cheating movie, but it hits harder because it's not just about infidelity. While Diane Lane plays the one having the affair, it's her husband's reaction that flips the whole story upside down. I love how calm and slow the build-up is, and then suddenly, it explodes. The tension, the music, the emotion, it's all done so well. Richard Gere plays a husband trying to keep it together, and you can feel his world falling apart. In my opinion, it's a perfect mix of drama and thriller. It asks big questions. What happens when you find out? And how far would you go? The performances are powerful, and the direction is super stylish. I've seen it a few times, and it still hits every time. This isn't just a cheating story. It's a full-blown emotional time bomb. Cheating stories aren't just about betrayal. They're about everything that comes after it. These movies stuck with me because they show how real, messy, and destructive infidelity can be. In my opinion, each of them offers a unique angle, from revenge and rage to sadness and silence. Whether you're watching for drama, closure, or just a good story, these films deliver. So if you're in the mood for something emotional, dark, and unforgettable, these are the ones I'd recommend.